Sometimes the difference between going home safe and never going home at all comes down to 5 questions, 5 points, 5 chances to pause, think, observe, and act. In this episode of Safety Smart HQ, we're diving into the Neil George safety system, a 5-point checklist widely used in mining and heavy industry that's been quietly saving lives for decades. Whether you're swinging a hammer, operating a loader, inspecting a pipeline, or just stepping onto a site, these 5 questions are your chance to catch what others miss. And in more cases than we care to admit, what gets missed can cost everything. Let's start with a story out of Western Australia. In 2017, a 29-year-old contract worker was fatally struck by a haul truck at an iron ore mine. He was on foot, inspecting a bunded area on the haul road, and stepped into the path of a loaded truck he didn't hear coming. Investigators later noted that the pre-job safety talk had occurred in a rush, and no physical inspection of travel paths had been conducted. The first point of the Neil George system, check the entrance to the place of work, was skipped. This single lapse erased a life. So today, we break down the system, not just what the 5 questions are, but how they've made a difference in the real world, and how they can become second nature for you and your team. Number 1. Check the entrance and your travel ways to the place of work. Before you even cross the threshold, stop. Look at the path ahead. Is the ground stable? Are there slick surfaces, obstructions, overhead hazards, or vehicles nearby? Is there lighting? Signage? In Saskatchewan in 2020, a maintenance worker entered a pump house during spring melt. The surrounding gravel path had softened, and as he stepped off the boardwalk, he sank up to his knee in slush and twisted his ankle badly. It was a minor injury, but it triggered a stop work and revealed poor drainage design that had been reported multiple times. Visual inspection at the access point could have prevented both injury and the shutdown. The second question: are workplace and equipment in good order? This isn't just about checking if your tool works. It's about the environment and the tools working together. In 2022, in Northern Ontario, an electrical apprentice began using a mobile scaffold to access a junction box in a ceiling space. The scaffold looked fine, but when he climbed up, it wobbled. The brake pins weren't engaged properly. He fell, fracturing his wrist and suffering a concussion. A quick system walk-around, brakes, rails, platform integrity could have caught it. This step is where so many hazards hide, under assumptions. That the previous crew set it up properly. That the tool you grabbed from the gang box was inspected. That if it's there, it's safe. Assumption is the silent killer. Third question: are people working properly and safely? This isn't just about others, it's about you too. Are people wearing the right PPE? Are procedures being followed? Is anyone rushing, distracted, or cutting corners? In 2018, a mill operator in Chile lost partial vision when he lifted his face shield to get a better look while angle grinding. He was experienced. He'd done the job hundreds of times. But today, he was tired and the goggles fogged. He thought he'd get away with it. Instead, a shard of metal nearly blinded him. This question invites peer observation, and it builds team safety culture. Hey, your chin strap isn't clipped, could save someone's life. And when it's normalized, it's not nagging, it's looking out for each other. Number 4, my personal favorite, is to do an act of safety. This is the most powerful part, because it's active. It's not about seeing, it's about doing. Place a cone, clean a spill, move that cable, flag an unmarked hole, report a missing guard, speak up. In Oman in 2021, a rigger noticed a bolt missing from a spreader bar connection. Instead of assuming someone else would catch it, he flagged it immediately and halted the lift. The bar was replaced. Later inspection confirmed the entire lifting point could have failed mid-air. That act of safety saved the crew. An act of safety doesn't have to be big, but it has to happen. Every shift. Number 5, can and will employees continue to work properly? This is the only forward-looking step. It asks, are conditions likely to change? Will the crew still be safe 10 minutes from now? Heat, fatigue, equipment failure, supervisor pressure, scope creep, weather. In 2023, a rope access crew in Alberta began their shift on a wind-exposed tower. Winds were manageable at the start, but within an hour, gusts exceeded safe limits. One technician flagged it, but pressure to finish the job delayed the stop. Eventually, a swinging tool bag hit a worker's helmet, and the site was shut down. Minor injuries, but avoidable. They could work safely, but they couldn't keep working safely. This question empowers pause. It legitimizes the stop. And that's the heart of the Neil George system. It gives workers permission to look, to ask, to act. Every one of these points can be built into FLRAs, JHAs, toolbox talks, and daily check-ins. It's not just a checklist, it's a mindset, a living, breathing conversation with your work. At Safety Smart HQ, we believe observation is the most underrated skill on any job site. It catches what procedures miss. It bridges the gap between policy and practice, and it helps people go home whole. To everyone out there using the Neil George system or adapting it to your own work, we salute you. Share your stories in the comments. Let us know how those 5 questions have saved the day. Subscribe to Safety Smart HQ, hit that bell, and remember, there's always time to ask one more question before you go to work. Because safety isn't just paperwork. It's awareness, it's intention, it's you.